Bhante, you as a participant, as a presenter. Okay. So, Bhante, it's all yours now. Whenever you feel good, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to start now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, everybody. Today, now we are going to start our conversation. At the beginning, now I'm going to give you 5 precepts. Everybody ready to observe precepts. At the beginning, who wants to observe precepts? Say Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samba Sambuddhassa with me. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Pānātipātā vīramani sikkhapadang samādhiyāmi. Adhinnādāna vīramani sikkhapadang samādhiyāmi. Kāmisu miccācārā vīramani sikkhapadang samādhiyāmi. Musāvādā vīramani sikkhapadang samādhiyāmi. Suramīraya majjapamā dattāna vīramani sikkhapadang samādhiyāmi. Now we are going to venerate Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, the great qualities of the Buddha, the great qualities of the Dhamma, the great qualities of the Sangha. Let us join with me. Itipiso bhagavā arahaṃ sammā sambuddho viññācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sārati sattā deva manussānaṃ Buddho Bhagavati Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Sandittiko Akaliko Ehi Passiko Opanayiko Paccattang Vedi Sammo Viññohiti Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ujjupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Nyāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Samicipatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට්ඨ පුරිස පුද්ගලා ඒස භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්කෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති වන්දාමි චේතියං සබ්බං සබ්බතානේසු පතිට්ඨිතං ශාරීරික ධාතු මහා බෝධින් බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා යස්ස මූලේ නිසින්නෝව සම්භාරි විජයන්නකා පත්තෝ සම්භං යුතං සත්තා වන්දේ තං බෝධිපාදපං ඉමේ ඒතේ මහා බෝධි ලෝකනාතේන පූජිතා අහම් පිචේ නමස්සාමි බෝධි රාජා නමස්තුතේ ගනසාරප්ප දිත්තේන දීපේන තමදංසිනා තිලෝක දීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමෝනුදං සුගන්ධිකාය වදනං අනන්ත ගුණ ගන්ධිනා සුගන්ධිනාහං ගන්ධේන පූජයාමි තථාගතං වන්න ගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සන්තතින් පූජයාමි මුනින්දස්ස සිරිපාද සරෝරුවේ පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේන නේන පුඤ්ඤේන මේතේන ලබාමි මොක්ඛං උප්පං මිලායාති යථා ඉදම්මේ කායෝ තථායාති විනාශ භාවං අදිවාසේතු නොභන්තේ පානීයං පරිකප්පිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු මුත්තම කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයාකතං අච්චයං කමමේ භන්තේ භූරි පඤ්ඤ තථාගත කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයාකතං අච්චයං කමමේ ධම්ම සම්දිට්ඨික අකාලික කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයාකතං අච්චයං කමමේ සංඝ සුපටිපන්න අනුත්තර. Now I am recite the sutra in order to blessing upon you. Please listen to this sutra. Karaniya matte kusalena yang tang santang padang abhisamicca sakko ujoca sujuca suvaco casse mudu anatimani santussakෝච සුභරෝච අප්පකිංචෝච සල්ලහුකවුත්ති සන්තින්ද්‍රියෝච නිපකෝච Pagabbo kulesu ananupindo Naca kuddhang samacare kinciyena vinyu pare upavadeyong Sukino vake mino hontu sabbe satta bhavantu sukitatta Jeke cipana butatti tasavata verava anavasesa Jigava ye mahantava majjima rassathanukatula Dittava eva additta ye ca dhure vasanti avidhure Bhutava sambhave siva sabbe satta bhavantu sukitatta Naparo parannikumbheta napi manyeta tatta cinang kanci Vyarosana patiga sanyānānya manyassa dukkha micceya Mātā yatā niyam puttang āyusā eka putta manurakkhe Evaṃ sabba bhūteṣu māna sambhāvaye aparimānaṃ Mittaṃ ca sabba lokasmiṃ māna sambhāvaye aparimānaṃ Uddhaṃ adho ca tiriyaṃ ca asambhādaṃ averaṃ atapattaṃ Tittaṃ carang nisinno vā tayāno vā yāva tassa vigatamindo Etaṃ satiṃ adittaya brahmanetāṃ vihāraṃ idamāho Dittiṃ ca anupagamma sīlavā dassanena sampanno Kāmesu vinayya vedaṃ Nahi jātu gabba seyyam punareti Etena satya vajjena sabba dukkhaṃ vinassatu Etena satya vajjena sabba bhayo vinassatu Etena satya vajjena sabba rogo vinassatu Dear Dhamma friends, as usual, today you observe five precepts and join with me to the offerings to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Now, I'm going to talk about the goal of the religious life. As you know, as a monk and lay people, we are going separate ways. One time, Buddha told us, the lay person's way is a long one. The monk's way for the Nibbana is a short one. Therefore, we need to think about a little bit what is this different monkhood and the lay life. Everybody know your life is little bit busy. You have to do a lot of day-to-day family life. As a monk, we do not have to feed our children or our relatives, but we have to feed our parents. Therefore, your life and our life according to the Buddha's teaching, this completely different one. We always think about the teachings of the Buddha, that means Sovan, Sakadagami, Anagami, Arahat, or enlightenment. But the time is for the spiritual life is very short. But Buddha recommended us, you have time, you can think about it, you can talk about it, you can act as a religious person. Therefore, no need extra time for this. Wherever you are, whatever you do, those things you are doing correctly, rightly, and then there is no much separation between us. This is the very good teachings of the Buddha. Buddha never explained the lay life is a very difficult life for the reach to enlightenment. But if you are read if you are read the teachings of the Buddha or the Tripitaka or the canon of the Buddha, you will find how the Buddha explained about those things. There are so many sutras, but little by little we need to understand what is the Buddha's main idea. That's why all the time when I explain something about the teachings of the Buddha, I'm not going to explain too much about it. I just want to explain a little bit of the teachings of the Buddha. So little by little we will understand the teachings of the Buddha. We cannot do these things in one life. We don't know about our previous lives, but only thing we know is this life, and we know what we are doing now, and we have a plan to our future. Therefore, if you are doing good, and if you do bad, the result always coming behind us, and it will come in our next life too. So this is the main idea to think about the teachings of the Buddha. Otherwise, we don't know what is the purpose of studying or listening these teachings. We know we have a goal, this enlightenment. There is no separation. Even lay people and monks, both we are going one direction. Therefore, Buddha explained one time, heedful among heedless, watchful among the sleeping, the wise man outstripped the foolish man, as a racehorse outstrip an old horse. This is very good explanation of the Buddha. He said, always aware about what we think, what we speak, what we do. If we think about those things, we can be a wise person. because Buddha always wanted us to be a wise person. Otherwise, as a foolish person, these teachings cannot understand. Therefore, at this time, Buddha explained heedful among the heedless. This is very important. Watchful among the sleeping. And the wise man outstripped the foolish man. He gave us a very good example as a racehorse outstrip an old horse. So always wise man outstrip foolish man. This is the main idea. And if someone wants to be a wise person, he needs to understand the teachings of the Buddha. There is a story related to this explanation. At the Buddha's time, there were two friends. They became monks, and one day they went to the Buddha and they got advice from the Buddha.
Okay.
Now they wanted to go to the jungle and meditate. The one friend is a good friend, the other one is not as like him. But both got advices from the Buddha and went to the jungle. One monk started meditation and he was watchful about himself, but the other one do not want to meditate. He did not think about himself. He always try to talk with others, and at night Buddha explain first watch, middle watch, final or last watch. That means maybe 6 to 10 first watch, 10 to 2 middle watch, and the 2 to 6 last watch. So night time separated into 3 parts. So this lazy monk, he start warming his body from fire in the first watch, and in the middle watch he is sleeping, and the last watch also he is doing different kind of things but never meditate. But the good bhikkhu or the good monk, first watch he start walking meditation, and the middle watch he start sitting meditation, and the final watch sometimes he takes some rest and start meditation again. In this way, the good monk or the wise monk finally attain Nibbana or enlightenment or Arahant, but the foolish monk or the lazy monk could not attain the Arahanthood. After few months, they need to pay respect to the Buddha again, and they came back to the monastery where the Buddha resides, and they venerated the Buddha. Buddha asked from the foolish monk or the lazy monk, how was your jungle life? Did you meditate well? Did you get any sainthood? He said, Venerable Sir, the other monk all the night sitting and sometimes sleeping. But I am sometimes sleeping, sometimes meditating. So he lying to the Buddha. But Buddha knew that, and he understood this is not the right way. This is not the right thing. And Buddha gave advice again to the lazy monk and praised the worthy one, the one who became Arahant. And at the end, the Buddha explained this important teachings. That means watchful person stay awake in the night and all the time, and the wise person outstrip the foolish person, like a racehorse outstrip an old horse. Therefore, this foolish monk went away from the Buddha, and he again went to the jungle. So this is the story about this religious life. So relating this story, we can understand even though we are monks, there are separation between monks. Some can understand the teachings of the Buddha, some cannot understand the teachings of the Buddha. This is so stand or real. We need to listen. Our confidence, otherwise we need to pay respect Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Then we understand which way I need to go. Message of the Buddha is very important. Teachings of the Buddha. I would like to stop at this point because you know what's the meaning of this story and why Buddha wanted to explain it here. And he said, time, how you act, in this way you will reach to the Nibbana or you will enter to the right path of the Buddha. Now I conclude.
Okay.
We will use to main of
Okay.
attaining the bliss of.
Thank you, Bante. It was a great Dhamma talk. For folks who have joined a little late, this is Bante Bodhi from Atlanta, Georgia, Vihara. And today he spoke on the topic goal of religious life. And he just gave a comparison about monkhood and a family life and what are the differences between even within monkhood about understanding of Buddha's teaching with some examples. So that was great. If there are any questions, please go ahead. Please type in your questions on the chat window or raise your hand, and I'll unmute you guys. Are there any questions for Bhante Vihara Bodhi?
Okay.
Okay. It looks like Bhante, there are no questions.
Alright, if you have.
The talk went really well. Just in the end, there was some audio issue, but I think I think it's nothing. It may not be at
I see.
our end. So thank you, Bhante, for joining us and giving us the Dhamma talk. We look forward to hear you again in future Dhamma talks. Feel free to join. Feel free to stay back and hear out the next speaker. Or Bhante, if you want to have some other commitments, you can also drop off.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you.
Yeah. Our next speaker today is Mr. Rajkumar Kamble, and let me make him a presenter. So I think Raju sir doesn't need any introduction, but I will just give a quick outline about him. First, let me thank Shashikant for working with him to set up this Citrix connection. So thanks for that, Shashi. So Mr. Raju Kamble is going to speak today on the forthcoming convention, which is Dr. Ambedkar International Convention, which is going to be held in Paris on July 4th, 2014. So it's almost in a month, July 4th and 5th, and there are a lot of participants across the globe which are going to join over there. And Raju sir is just going to give an outline about it. About Raju sir, I think I'll just give one line introduction, just speaking more about him because everyone knows him. He is just, I'll say, a guiding force for most of us and a lot of organizations around about being organized and how to carry forward Dr. Ambedkar's vision in real sense. So with that, I will pass on to Mr. Raju sir to go ahead and give us an overview. Raju sir, please go ahead.
Okay, thanks, Sandeep. Thanks, Shashikant, for connecting me. It wasn't all that easy for me. Anyway, on all the other friends who are on online today and the WebEx Vihara, Jai Bhim, Namo Buddhaya, and actually it's very wonderful thing to have this kind of a virtual Vihara because that brings the movement to our doorsteps, and that's probably the need of the today's world. So it's excellent thing, and somehow I have not been so much into discipline myself to join these sessions because of my own commitments and all that. But it's a definitely thing which will help our movement a great deal. With that, coming back to the topic today for me is we are in the process of organizing the third Dr. Ambedkar International Convention in Paris, in France, which is and it's on 4th and 5th of July. It's like a 2 days conference there. And this is the third of its kind on an international level for the Ambedkarites. And prior to this conference, we have done two of them. Both happened in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The first one happened in October 1998, and the second one happened in December 2011. So between the first and the second, there has been quite a big gap for a variety of reasons. And when the second one happened in 2011, we started formalizing it. And that time itself, we decided that we will do the next one in 3 to 4 years' time. So this Paris conference has come up. So it depends on why Paris is, because wherever there is a potential of organizers who can take the workload of organizing an event like this. Because the previous conferences also, there's definitely, in a very true sense, the international participation. We always get, since the first convention, a delegation from Burak Women Liberation League. There's 7-8 people always join with very minimum information to them, and they've always been there. So the last two conferences they attended, then this conference also they are attending. And then there is a team coming from Malaysia also. So in a way, then there is a Canadian participation. So this conference, in a way, brings in people from all over the world, and they get together and they deliberate on our issues and our movement and our philosophies. So this kind of a thing. So now these preparations for this Paris conference, we almost started in November 2013. And since then, it has been a constant work to, put the plan together. And particularly one of the things is to, reach out to the delegates and all that. And though we have not been so much into a huge publicity through social media and all that, but then even through activists and all, the messages reach to so many people that I have to almost, like, for last 2-3 months, almost working 4 to 5 hours a day on sending invitations, reaching out to people, and so many such things. So it's a lot of effort, and there is always a good response. So even now also for this conference, we have almost 50 invitations sent out in India. And mostly the people in India need a visa for this conference. So they need invitations, they need all other background material for their visas. The chief guest, we're trying to reach out to K.G. Balkrishnan, the retired Chief Justice of India. That's one of the very prestigious positions held by one of our own man, and that gives us a lot of pride. So somehow he happened to be very short notice to last year's centenary celebrations in Columbia University, New York, and so now we have formally invited him, and I heard he has gracefully accepted to join, and more things are being worked out with him. So that's on that side. And we also are planning a souvenir on this occasion, and work on that is also going on. See, another 4 or 5 days time, we should be sending out the souvenir to printing, and there the people, like the designer will work on that, and so that's the souvenir side of it. And other than that, that's basically the information which I have. We have some flyers and other things which are created. One of the main aspect of this convention will be, because if it is in Paris is such a central place to most of the European countries. So we are reaching out to a lot of European countries, and there is likely to be a good deal of participation. But many people from countries could travel by road to Paris, and there's something at a driving distance of 2 hours to 10 hours. And even from England, the people come by buses. And so the Paris is going to bring in a lot of a lot of people in and around Europe on one platform. One of the other things is the if you see the Europe these things, what do you see is there's a lot of ST people from Punjab into a lot of these European countries. Of course, that's the same thing in US or in Canada or in Australia. Everywhere, the Punjabi contingent of ST people are a large number. So in Europe also we have the same thing. Even in Italy itself, there are so many people there. So this European, and many of them are not into kind of 100% Ambedkar movement, and our effort is to bring all these groups into Ambedkar movement. So that's one of the main activities or main objectives of this convention. So we are bringing in a lot of literature on Dr. Ambedkar, right? Even including the very basic biographies and that kind of material. So this convention will spread Ambedkar movement among the Punjab people, SC people from Punjab in a real sense. So that's one of the areas I am looking forward to. And so a lot of literature will go into the homes of people, a lot of photographs will go into the homes of the people. So you have to see from the very baseline objectives of Ambedkar movement being achieved through this conference. So these are some of the very basic things which this movement achieved. And like once the other thing is the idea is to connect all those who are living abroad. Once these people are motivated, they can do wonders in India. Of course, we want to build our movement in India, support our people in India. But again, we always see that resources in India are very much limited. So if we are able to motivate our people outside India, then it will work wonders. Because we have seen in Punjab, 2 Buddha Viharas have come up, supported by the people from England. 1 or 2 people themselves have donated so much of the money, those huge Buddha Viharas could become a reality. So that's the way it works. If you motivate an NRI, then a lot of resources can be brought in to India into our movement, and then our movement can stand on its own feet and move forward. So that's basically what I want to say today, and I think more of it can be question answers. If people have any questions, and those who are around and who are able to join this conference, they're all welcome. More people come, it's a good show of strength, and a lot of support is available in Paris to receive delegates from even if new people join. So all are welcome. Anybody who plans to join, please join even now. You can plan to participate. And I'll take questions. That's a better way of doing this thing. If there are any questions about the conference, I can explain that. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'll open up the forum. Please type in your question or speak out and unmute you. And okay. Okay, I'll have to mute everyone because there is a lot of background noise. But please go ahead with your questions, guys. So I'll start with the question. Like, it's just a generalized question. Is this convention open to everyone? Can anyone participate?
Anyone means, of course, Ambedkarites or SCSCs or even OBCs for that matter. And of course, like to that extent, it is open.
Okay. Gautam ji has a question. Thank you for that. I'm unmuting it. Gautam ji, please go ahead with your question. Or type it out.
I'm just typing, so let me finish it.
Okay.
I'll just tell him to come to the AM meeting on July 3rd in Paris at 1 p.m. So I send all the email to the Parminder.
Yeah. Gautamji, I received your email, and yes, we'll write down all the logistics. You will have a pickup from the airport, but anyway, we not reached that stage. But I should reply your email. Yeah, I'll do that today.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Vijay ji has his next question. Vijay ji, please go ahead.
Hello, Rajji, Jai Bhim, Namaskar. How are you?
Good. Vijay ji, Jai Bhim, Namo Buddhaya.
It's great to know. It looks like it is going to be huge, celebration. But one quick question I was having. Whenever we go and I meet, in convention or that function, you meet with many people and you know everybody's names. How do you remember people's names?
No, I think you have to work. You have to work on people. Once you are an activist, you got to do that, and you always think about everything. Like yesterday, I went to a church in the evening. I spent almost 1 hour driving, 1 hour coming back, and an hour and a half with an intent to get some support from them. And I did talk to them, so I did get the support. So when you are working seriously on achieving a simple thing like I need a support of this person, you are thinking about that person. Then that's how you don't forget about that person. You should definitely remember that person because that's your you're working on somebody.
Yeah, that's a message. Yeah, I am always amazed.
You also have that acumen. I understand that you have a lot of it. You have a lot of that caliber in you. You have mobilized a lot of people in US. So you are way above many activists here. Yeah, you've done a lot of work. I can see that, though I'm not able to communicate so much because we are busy into our own activities. So, like you cannot reach out and you cannot do so many communications. So, but I watch, I read emails and what's going on. So I keep noting in my mind what is going on and who is doing what and who is gone where. Everything. I do keep track of it, and you've done quite well, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Rajji. And I will also think to travel to the Paris. Okay, thank you so much.
David.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions, guys? Okay. Mahesh, please share my desktop. Okay. Mahesh has something to highlight. Give me a minute. Okay, Mahesh, I have
nothing serious. I just want to show the flyer that Professor we come up with.
Yeah.
So this is the flyer. That's what I want to show. Thank you. Professor, I have one question that similar to the Vijayji. There was a first international conference was organized in Malaysia, I think the second one was in the Canada, and this is the third one. So as we are, everyone knows that you have a lot of contacts, and also we see that contact in the centenary celebration in Columbia University. But the thing is that when we try to reach them after end of the program, it's very difficult to reach them. Even we try to invite them to the online to the Vihara. So I don't want to say that is a one-way contact, but how we can make the two-way contact with everyone that you know and come to the conference.
Mahesh, if you see, yeah, that's a very important question. I think what we need to do is even like supposing I am reaching out to people and in a very consistent manner, and which you and Vijay and everybody must be trying to do definitely. There's no practical difference between that. It's basically, I must say that there is a general lack of commitment in our people. Even I have to go a hard way to reach out to people and be nice to them and say, oh, please come into the function. And if I invite them every week or every month, so no, they won't come. So they will come on very special occasions. So like the centenary celebration, when the message went like that, then the people come and they attended in a large number. But if I put up another meeting next month, they won't show up. They have their own calculations. They have their own limit of commitment. That's not good for our movement, but that's the way it is, and it is not improving anyway. There is no quick fix for improving that commitment, and I feel sorry for that. Though, like I had to put one email probably last week saying, reminding all our core members that you please pay back to the society, and you are a beneficiary of social movement. You imagine yourself 100 years ago, and yes, I don't have reservation, I don't have Dr. Ambedkar, I don't have these things, and what would I be? And you know that what we have, we cannot have anything of that kind. An engineer can easily not go beyond the limits of a laborer. Without Ambedkar movement, without reservations, and the reservations are not used by only 20, 30 years back people. The people are using reservation even today. Somebody comes with a engineering degree here, he also, last 5 years, he also would have used the reserved seat there. So the benefits are still being reaped by the people, but then their commitment is not going. And even I had some discussion with some of the people on this recent election things and all that. One, I could notice that what people are trying to do is, as soon as there is a quick disconnect, they do it. So what they do is, they say, I take the reservation benefit, but I want to disconnect from the caste issue or caste politics or whatever. I want to move on to the development politics or some such thing. So, this is a general, this is our people. Whatever way you can further motivate them, that's the only way available. There's no quick fix. Their motivation is not going up. But at least if you are able to sustain this much, then at least they also feel morally better. Oh no, there is something going on. Oh, there are at least 50 people gathering. Oh, there are at least 100 people gathering. So we have to consistently keep working. There is no quick fix in improving the commitment in our people, though they are in large number here, not as large as the Hindus are, but they are not as little as also, but their commitment is really a problem. And I think, Mahesh, you have to keep doing it, and there are certain lives which are required to go, certain energies are required to go. Maybe you don't know, someday there will be more energy, more results coming out of it. But till then, we have to keep sustaining where it is now or keep doing. That's the price for it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. A very important discussion. Any other questions? There are any? So, sir, how many participants we are expecting overall?
See, the main hall, one banquet hall which is booked there, has a capacity of 800 people. So, and then from Europe, we are expecting, but anyway, we don't know. It will be 500 to 800, or it could be less or more, our people are, not very meticulous in telling, okay, will be these many numbers. Though we're trying to select the numbers from them, but it's a 800 capacity hall, 500, 600 is easy. We could get, and we could get more also. We never know, but we have. I'm from India. I have sent about 50 invitation letters, and it's people from UP, Delhi, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra. In Nagpur itself, there are something like 17 people coming from Nagpur. There is a Nagpur Tikki chapters participation is there. They are going to make a presentation of their activities. So from India, this is reasonably good. Malaysia, there are 4 people coming. Canada, about 5 people. US, still have not counted, but Gautamji is coming. Rambabu Gautam is coming. VK Chaudhary Sahab also told me is likely to come, but he is coming en route from London or somewhere, and so it's likely he also said he'd like to come. And one of the things which has not worked very well for us is it's a summer peak season, and the air tickets are really high. That has probably, created problem for people coming from US, and that's the number would have been better had the tickets been normal. So that is one problem for us. But anyway, and I think Bangladesh also 2 more people are likely to come, and they already have the invitation. The other thing I want to say is, hopefully, I don't know, by now everybody knows Tenmozi Sundararajan, and a Dalit girl, Ambedkarite girl activist who's born in US. She's doing a wonderful job, and she was on a campaign tour with Asha Kotwal in Europe, and she's likely to come, and she will make presentation on women's these things. And also, I want to also say that we're going to have one panel on women's empowerment. I already have 4 or 5 speakers who could make presentations doing these things. And of course, with Tikki's participation from Nagpur chapter, we will have an economic empowerment panel also. And now, then Mosi, I was talking to her last time, we'll also have engage youth these things. So if finally youth commitment comes, she was also saying that she's trying to sponsor some 4 or 5 at least youth from India. And if that happens, then we'll have a wonderful youth forum also, youth panel also. Understand, and that's one thing I love to have it. And hopefully it will be there, I'm sure, on that one. So that's all the background. So, yeah.
Looks like some this
Sorry,
topic.
sorry,
Okay,
I was speaking on mute. I'm so sorry. Sir, thanks again for all the summary on the third Dr. Ambedkar International Convention. And first, I want to thank you for coming over and taking out the time. And I really mean it. You are so busy; it's difficult to catch up with you. But we definitely look forward to kind of like keep coming on these sessions as per your time permit and kind of like guide us and keep sharing experiences. That helps us a lot. I made out the note on the questions we have. Questions asked by Mahesh and Vivedi, that we definitely need to do some deep thinking, as you said, whenever we want to get connected. And I overall like your comment when you said like, I keep a watch. I know what's going on around, so that's good. And if you find like anything which is kind of like which you should pinpoint to us, so feel free. And definitely love to kind of like get that guidance and hear from you. So guys, just to wind up before, are there any final questions, any comments you guys have?
Yeah, I think Sandeep, that's a very good point you raised, and that's the same request from my side also to Rajendra ji. If there is any mistake, any step, from we all are trying to work from our side as per our capability of brain, but please do suggest us and guide us. Any place, any step. Thank you.
Okay. Guys, do you have a question?
No, I don't have a question right now.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thanks again. Do you have any other comments for us? Any suggestions?
No, that's okay.
Okay. But thanks for coming over.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll keep joining.
Yeah, we'll post this video online, and if you want us to share it to any participants or any participants who plan to come over for this convention, or anyone who wants to understand about this convention, definitely we'll put it on Anna's website, and it will be on YouTube as well. Okay, so thank you guys. Have a good week ahead, and we look forward to meet you next week. Jai Bhim, Namo Buddhaya.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.